Hey, Jennifer Hurvitz, dating coach, relationship expert, and host of Doing Relationships Right podcast. This is one of my favorite things to talk about, so give me a couple minutes. What I wish I knew before I said I do. Okay, things that I hold myself accountable for in my past relationships, along with my marriage for 13 years. I've written books about it, and I have no shame in this game. I know how I fucked up, and I'm going to share it with you today. Number one, I wish I knew how to communicate better. I was a shitty communicator. I was never taught. No one taught me. I just thought, oh, it's going to come easily and I'll get it, right? I wish I would have stopped jumping to conclusions and assuming the worst. I was really good at that, assuming the worst, always. I went to the negative before I asked questions, and I didn't listen, and I just was a real asshole. Okay, that's number one. Number two, stop placing blame. You don't need to place blame. Take responsibility for your shit and your own actions and focus. I wish I focused on what I did wrong. My part. I wish I would have focused on what I did wrong, like my part in the demise of my marriage. I do. So that's really super important. It doesn't matter whose fault it is. It doesn't matter. Like, does it matter? It doesn't. Does it matter who put the towel on the floor or like who left it? No. Are you going to let that towel on the floor ruin your marriage? Fine. Ruined mine. So whatever. Okay. Number three, instead of trying to be right and win, okay, if you're already wondering who's winning, you're losing. If you're already worrying about winning, you've lost. Okay, so fuck that. Try to understand your partner's point of view and listen to them. Okay, instead of trying to be right, just listen and understand each other. Number four, instead of being passive aggressive, this is huge. Instead of being passive aggressive, ask for what you want and need the minute you want it and need it, to avoid building up resentment. Okay, let me give you an example. Instead of, it's fine, whatever, or do what you want, or I don't care, it's fine, say, look, this is bothering me. I wish that it could be this way, and blah, blah, blah. That way you have the conversation, and it doesn't build up later when you're like, 6 weeks into your whatever, and you're like, well, last week when you did, no, y'all, don't be passive aggressive, okay? And number five, instead of, this is huge, I wish I didn't put my kids before my relationship. Oh, I know you're all going to yell at me and scream at me. Oh my God, your kids come first. Bullshit. Your kids do not come first in your marriage. Your spouse comes first. Your partner comes first. Your kids come second in your marriage. Okay? I've written all kinds of books about it. Go find them. Your kids come second. Your spouse comes first. That way, they can see what a happy, healthy relationship looks like. They will model that, and they will say, my mom and dad are rock star parents. They're rock stars at their relationship. I'm sticking to it. Follow for more.